Welcome back to the show. The new musical Lifeline, now playing at the Pershing Square Signature Center, tells the story of Scottish scientist Alexander Fleming and his discovery of penicillin. The show features a cast of both professional actors and working healthcare heroes and is supported by medical research and pharmaceutical companies as well as the British government to help raise awareness about antibiotic resistance. I recently caught up with two members from the Lifeline company, Matthew Malthouse and Alicia Dua, to learn more about the show. Matthew, Alicia, welcome to On Stage and congratulations on Lifeline. It's a rather interesting subject for a musical.
Yeah, so exactly that. We have two timelines set 100 years apart, and one of the historical part of Alexander Fleming, the creation of penicillin and how it developed to save lives. And then the other story is a modern day story about a real healthcare worker dealing with a close friend who's suffering an infectious disease. And it's the warning of what penicillin was and the overuse of antibiotics today, which is a real modern day problem.
You mentioned real life healthcare workers, and that's where I bring you in, Alicia. Thank you so much for coming in. You know, a rather unusual project for you.
Definitely.
Because during the day, you're at Weill Cornell doing the good work, and at night, you are now appearing in an off-Broadway house on stage.
Yep.
How'd you get involved with this?
I mean, honestly, just this email went out, I think, across healthcare institutions in New York saying, hey, can you sing? Would you be interested in doing this? And I mean, amazing opportunity to get back to doing something that I loved as a child, but incorporating everything that I've learned over deciding to go into science and medicine. And so I think just a really cool opportunity to kind of integrate those things and take my experience, you know, helping patients, being a medical student, learning how to become a good doctor, and then also now learning all about AMR as a result of the show and incorporating that hopefully into my future practice.
And there are about 60 healthcare workers who are involved with the production. You are kind of like part of this Greek chorus of sorts.
Exactly, yeah. So we're kind of almost a reflection of the audience on stage, though. And so we get to participate in many of the songs and kind of bring that voice, though, as healthcare workers or as scientists, public health professionals, for the songs that really pinpoint, you know, this is a global problem.
What has been the biggest lesson you've learned from getting to share the stage with healthcare workers?
I think it really has hammered home the importance of antimicrobial resistance. I naively didn't know enough about it in the show. Before being cast, I researched it. It's such a global problem that we're becoming resistant. And then you work with these medical professionals that it's actually their lives every single day. And it's kind of, it's quite humbling to, I'm playing a story, telling people a warning, but then people on stage with me, that's what they're dealing with. They're working all day. They're in the hospital all day and then they come to do the show. I've just been walking Manhattan having a great time.
Going for a run, as you said, in Central Park early in the morning. Why is this an important story to be told?
Because this can't be solved by one government, by one hospital, by one person ultimately. We all have to be concerned about it. We have to care about our neighbors right next to us and our neighbors across the world if we all want to be able to continue to use these antibiotics. Doing it through the lens of performing arts, sharing this message through the lens of performing art is something that everyone can really connect to. It's a lot easier than reading a scientific paper, and it's a lot more personal. And I think that part of it is really important and why the show is so valuable and why it is something that everyone needs to see.
And you can catch Lifeline now playing at the Pershing Square Signature Center. All right, it's time for one last break, but coming up next, Cole Escola is Mary Todd Lincoln in the smash hit Oh Mary. I'll check in with Cole and company right after this.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest news and weather updates every 10 minutes and more. We'll see you then.